Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 20 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We're going to start with HYPE, followed by SUI, Link, AVAX, Stellar, SHIB, Bitcoin Cash, Leo, HBAR, and then we've torn the number 20. Let's get straight to it. HYPE against USD. Here we are for HYPE. HYPE is at $40. HYPE has been going bananas. It's just up, and up. How much higher are we going to go? I don't know, bros. Is this the high? Are we going to take a... Again, we're not too sure. There was a inverse head and shoulders over here. Broke out. Retrace, and then we just went bananas. So all the whales that were hyping, they were going long on HYPE are doing pretty well. Who are those whales? You can actually go to CoinGlass, Whale Watcher, Hyper. You can check out the Hyperliquid Whale Tracker, and after that you could see, let's say, unrealized profit and loss, right? 13 million, yo, hype. See, HYPE again. All the HYPE whales are actually in profit. I don't know who are these guys, but these guys are just crazy. This guy has been in since $12. Now we're at 40. There's another one here at 25. Number one is at 25. So his returns is the highest at 66%. 12 million, yo, crazy. He's absolute bananas. So yeah, we'll never find out who they are. But anyway, the whales are long HYPE, so maybe we can, like, track the whales, and once they start closing their positions, and be like, okay, probably the price may be dropping, but as long as they're long, I suspect that potentially we could still see more upside. But from a technical trading perspective, we've hit all targets towards the upside, so nothing much for us to work with for HYPE at this point of time. SUI against USD. SUI is, again, I highly suspect that SUI is forming a very big descending triangle, and then SUI drops lower. I highly suspect that. But again, I'm not too sure about this. I would love it if there was something more obvious for us to work with. Head and shoulders, maybe the descending triangle. That'd be fantastic, but we don't see it yet, so you might have to drop a little bit. Maybe get a head and shoulders, or there could be a nice rally, right? We could get a descending triangle, and then maybe we could take a trade for it, right? And this could be the completion of mountain number 2, mountain number 1, mountain number 2, right? We could actually get a mountain number 3 under the skinny pink line, right? As it starts curving down. That's my expectation for SUI, right? So yeah, I still think that SUI is gonna drop potentially. At the same time, if we could see a very nice bullish continuation chart pattern, then potentially SUI could be heading towards $10, right? And we can already count 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 waves. It's 5 waves. More likely than not, it could already be done. So again, we still have to wait for the chart pattern to appear, because things can still go both ways at this point of time. Chainlink against USD. Here we are for Chainlink. Chainlink is we've completed an inverse head and shoulders right under the nose of the skinny pink line. We broke out, and now we're retesting the support. So are we going to hold? Are we going to hit higher? Right. If it holds and we hit higher, target number 1 will be about 22, somewhere around 22. And then the next one will be at around 25, I would say. 2 targets to look for Chainlink. So yeah, but from a bigger perspective, right, it's better that we drop, complete a C, come out for a D, and then that's it. We break higher. That's the best thing that could happen. But yeah, it is what it is. AVAX against USD. Here we are for AVAX. AVAX is still under the skinny pink line, so we are still bias bearish for AVAX. We still anticipate AVAX to potentially drop towards sub $10. Yes, we broke out of the inverse head and shoulders, but we're under the skinny pink line. Chainlink is different. Chainlink is above the skinny pink line. So yeah, we're still anticipating the possibility of more downside to come for AVAX. But again, we don't see the bearish reversal chart pattern yet. So yeah, it would have been fantastic if AVAX, once it broke the resistance line of the inverse head and shoulders, it went above the skinny pink line and consolidate, this thing. If we could have done it over here, it would be fantastic. But it's under, so the bearishness is still overhanging AVAX. Stellar Lumens! Gentle reminder that Stellar is in a big, fantastic squeeze. We have a target over here, $1.11, and then there's another one at 3.47. We're at 28 cents right now. Another thing about Stellar Lumens is just like all the other coins, there was an inverse head and shoulders, right? Broke out, but there's just no feel. Okay, let me just give you another good example, which we just went. Take a look at HypeCoin, right? Hyperliquid, inverse head and shoulders. This is the kind of move that you want to see, right? Not like this. So you see, there's a difference between a weak breakout versus a strong breakout, as evident in Hype versus Stellar. So Stellar is still feeling pretty weak to me. There's still a chance that we could break higher. This would be fantastic though, but I suspect that we could also be dropping lower, right? So it's just not too rosy for me, right? Inverse head and shoulders breakout would have been awesome if you could take out this high. The moment we take out this high, very likely we will consolidate for another takeout of the high, right? But no, that didn't happen. What happened was, we came back down. So there is a possibility that we may still drop all the way down to 14 cents for Stellar, right? I hope not. So yeah, but we're touching the skinny pink line, right? And the response, the bullish response, is quite weak. So I will preach caution. Shiba Inu against USD. Here we are for SHIB. So SHIB is also under the skinny pink line. A lot of coins have displayed nice inverse head and shoulders, but the breakout has been disappointing, right? We came back under the support, and we're hovering around here. So I suspect that Shiba Inu could also be preparing, right? If you look very, very closely, this could be a descending triangle. And then Shiba Inu breaks lower. Right? There is that possibility that our SHIB could still head towards sub 1,000. Right? We dropped to about 1,025. I suspect we're gonna drop back into sub 1,000. So yeah, watch out for that. Watch out for that. Bitcoin Cash against USD. Here we are for Bitcoin Cash. BCH is above the skinny pink line. Fantastic. But from a lower time frame perspective, it's the big time frame that is fantastic, right? Look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A B C D E. Nice breakout in the cards. Very nice breakout in the cards. It respects the resistance. We're falling in a very controlled manner, falling channel. I suspect that one fine day, if and when the break comes, our target of 23,000 will be hit one fine day. Again, I can't tell you when, but the Bitcoin Cash looks poised for a breakout. Even when it comes, right? It could be 2026 or 2027, maybe 2028. But yeah, again, we'll see how it goes. Leo! So here we are for Leo. Anything for Leo? Leo is still above the skinny pink line. So technically, Leo is still in a bullish trend. Could Leo still continue higher? Sure, of course. Sure, of course. But the moment we break the skinny pink line, we're gonna switch to a bearish bias and anticipate more downside for Leo. So is this it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 waves. We can count 5 waves. So this could be very well be a drop towards sub $5. Right. Again, we'll have to wait and see what happens, but nothing much at the moment. HBAR has also been pretty disappointing. So if you look at HBAR, just like Stellar, so HBAR is in a broadening wedge, and yeah, broadening wedges could be bearish continuations. Right, we could get a right shoulder. That's it. We drop lower, and we go back under the skinny pink line. Right, so we're anticipating 0.618 to be hit eventually. Right, but this is good in the sense that HBAR could be setting up a very big ABCDE. You see that? This is healthy. Something that will be welcome, I would say, for HBAR. So yeah, I still think that HBAR is weak and it's probably gonna go down. Ton against USD. We look at it on the gate. So for Toncoin, we have a target, fresh out of the oven at $2.30. So for Toncoin, ever since touching the skinny pink line, once you touch it, it's really a sign that things could be breaking down, right? Yes, we did break down, but we went a little bit higher. After that, pump, that's it. The real true breakdown. And we hit the skinny pink line again, acted as resistance, and then that's it. We're down. Something like a head and shoulders, something like that. Not exactly textbook perfect, but yeah, eventually we did break out as well. The strong move towards the downside, strong rallies as well. I still suspect that there's still more downside, right? That we could be getting something like a descending triangle, and yeah, this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wave down, clearing these sell clusters. So $2.30 is the target that we have for Toncoin. We are still anticipating Toncoin to possibly form a nicer descending triangle, right? We're not too sure whether this is really the mountain number 3, but I suspect that we might see something here which is clearer, right? There was a break here though of the support line, I would say. There was a break here. So I'm like, but it's a bit messy. So yeah, I suspect that eventually we're still going to see Toncoin break towards 230. So this is still potentially another 23% towards the downside. I suspect we're still going to clear these sells. But if we go to 230, I suspect that we could also be dropping towards sub $2. High possibility as well. So yeah, I think Toncoin is dropping lower. Right, we're still under the skinny pink line. Very bearish. Way beyond the skinny pink line. And yeah, it's still very bearish. All right, the selling pressure is still on. So 230 is the next target that we have for Toncoin. So stay safe. All right, boys and girls. So you guys have a great Tuesday. See you next one.